Live.
And all right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of the Call of Cthulhu. Nope, Call of Cthulhu Gatekeepers. Um, so today we have all new characters, which is going to be kind of fun. We've been playing with the same characters for a little while now, so it's nice to give those guys a break and bring in some noobs. New characters, I mean, not calling the new players noobs. Sorry, guys.
I have no idea how to play this game.
Well, then you're a noob. It's really simple. It's mostly storytelling with the odd roll thrown in. You basically just want to roll low. Um, and yeah, I guess we're gonna start today with the garden below. So I guess for CoCo and Alan, just Alan, you played one of the Gatekeeper games already, right?
Yeah, I played a couple with the
Yeah, yeah,
same
the same
member
character.
of the clergy-ish character. Just changed
Yes.
name.
So I guess everyone is familiar with the gatekeepers except CoCo. So CoCo, I'll give you a little overview here. So basically, the gatekeepers are an organization that um, they're kind of a clandestine organization, a secret society. They believe that they call them gates, or there's places in this world where barriers are thin between this world and other worlds. And it is the gatekeeper's responsibility to sort of protect the public from all of that stuff that goes bump in the night. They investigate it, they keep very good records on it, and they have kind of like field workers who go out and do the investigations and bring it back. And so you are all members of the gatekeepers. You are all responsible for helping to protect the public. You probably have a day job because it's not something where you would be called upon frequently. They try and space it out over, you might only get one call a year to investigate something. And you don't really know who all the other gatekeepers are. When they do give you letters, they tend to leave them unsigned, as is their custom. And so you never know who you're going to be working with. You just know you're looking for other gatekeepers. The sigil that you see on the table, that's sort of like the gatekeeper's symbol and is how you are able to recognize one another if needs be. And our campaign today starts out a little bit different because instead of receiving a letter from the gatekeepers, you don't receive a letter from the gatekeepers. And you were expecting one. You had been contacted about potentially going and doing a job. Things were getting set up for you to leave, and then all of the letters just stop. You reach out and you don't hear anything back. And on the job that you were about to go on, you were aware of who the other people were who were going to be joining you in this mission. It was involving a bit of travel. You had been given their names and contact information so that you could arrange flights and trains and things to all match up. And so you have reached out to one another saying, "Hey, have you heard anything from the organization?" "I haven't." And none of you have. And so your only recourse really is to go and find the gatekeeper headquarters and figure out what's going on. You know that the headquarters is in New York City. This is set in the mid 1920s. And so that is where you all meet up in order to find the headquarters. You know where the headquarters is. It's in the ground floor of a big building. And so on this day, you guys are all standing outside of this sort of building in downtown New York. trying to figure out what the heck is going on. This is their first time perhaps meeting these people. Perhaps you have met them before. So we'll start with Chang. You're on my left, so I guess you're going first. Please introduce your character. Tell us what you look like physically, so that we can get an image of that, and tell us if you've ever worked with any of these other characters before.
My character is Francis O'Neill. He's probably just under 6 feet, bit of a stocky fellow. He's dressed in sort of British khaki trench coat, gray fedora, gray suit, gray felt suit. The old-fashioned kind.
Awesome.
Chain smoker, just like every other man in the 1920s, including my
Yeah.
other character. And he's a police detective. He is not. He is part of the NYPD. He works uptown, but he has not worked with anybody else here. This is probably he has probably been with the Gatekeepers for less than four missions, 4 quests.
Okay. Cool.
This is all pretty new to him.
Excellent.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. What about, I guess, Nick, you're next?
I will be playing the part of Howard Marsh. He is a mid to late 40s, quite tall, like 6'3", 6'4", balding gentleman, as per the picture, wearing kind of like a grey suit. Smells kind of musty. By day, he's an antiquarian. He up to this point has only really served as an information source for the Gatekeepers. But this is his first time like being activated for an actual mission.
Oh, excellent. So this is going to start off horribly for you. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great way to start.
All right, let's go over to CoCo.
So yeah, my character is Victor Burgess. He is a man in his 50s, with a graying hair and a thin gray mustache, who always seems to be like looking very like he seems to be reading people almost constantly. He is an alienist, which is basically just an old word for a psychiatrist, and some of the people that have come to him have been of interest to the gatekeepers because their problems go beyond just what's in their own minds.
Cool. Awesome. That makes a lot of sense. Have you worked with anyone here before? I guess you haven't worked with the other two. Have you worked with the Gatekeepers much before?
I think so. I think he's mostly most of his missions before have just been sort of like reporting on people who come to him with problems that seem um extraordinary. So this
Okay.
might be the first time he's actually been called like to the field.
Cool. Uh, okay. And last but not least, Ellen, tell us about Father Christmas.
So Father Christmas has been around the gatekeepers for a while. He's been on a few missions. Looks like his picture there. He's about 5'8", edging on the rotund side a bit, probably late 50s, early 60s. And he doesn't really have a set parish. He mostly works in like the prisons and the sanitariums, like as a kind of itinerant, and that helps keep his ear to the ground for the gatekeepers, like just to hear any stuff that's happening in the underworld or whatever he maybe has run across Victor before, working in some of the sanitariums. But yeah, that's sort of his mission area, and keeps him appraised of what's happening with the gatekeeper, things that the gatekeepers might find interesting.
Awesome. Okay. So an interesting group. I guess the mission that you were about to go on would have obviously utilized all of your skills, probably more of an information gathering mission, perhaps with Howard Marsh as a little bit of muscle or protection. But as I said, you.
I don't think he's
Yep.
very much. I don't think he's not muscle.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
the book guy. He's an antiquarian. He's
I meant that to be. I meant to say Francis O'Neill. I got your
Yeah.
characters confused. I'm sorry. Oh, these new names will kill me. It even says Chang next to it. I should have anyway. Okay. I will get this.
Get together,
Um,
Kirsty. Come on, you're embarrassing.
Yeah.
I know I'm a hopeless fool. Yeah, so as I said, you arrive, the four of you find yourself standing outside of this building. It's a largest building. It's kind of near the downtown area. Um, it's not. It's one of those buildings that you'd probably just walk past. It's not particularly interesting on the outside, which is exactly the point. And you see each other all for the first time, and you head into the lobby. One thing about the gatekeepers is they have a decent chunk of change. It is a fairly wealthy organization. It's how they are able to fund all of the things that they send people on. They're able to pay for all of your trips and all that kind of thing. And they also have some top of the line sort of security. Dog, stop drooling on my keyboard. Oh my goodness. Sorry. He's just decided he wants his morning cuddle and he wants it right now, and he just stuck his face on my keyboard.
Mm.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So standing
Security.
outside this
Yep.
building, you are you know that you're going to be fine walking in the building, but once you get in, there are going to be all kinds of security measures, both of the regular kind and possibly also some magic measures taken to keep the items and people within safe. So when you walk into the lobby, it is sort of again, it's kind of a little bit of a disguise for the company. So it is a pretty simple, basic lobby. Interestingly, there's no one behind the desk. It is completely empty, and there's just basically one set of doors that you can go through to get further into the building. So you guys meet in the lobby, and tell me what you want to do. You want to look around? You want to just head straight on in? What are your thoughts?
I guess head straight on in. I don't know. Is there? I assume there isn't a receptionist in the lobby.
There is a desk, but there's no one there, which is, like I said, it is a little bit unusual. Not to see someone there.
I guess head in. He looks around for the others to see what they.
I think Victor might be peeking over the desk to see if there are any papers where the person would normally be sitting.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and make me and this is where I start to scroll through the list of checks because I'm still learning them.
What hidden?
Yeah.
I think it's our old favorite again.
Roll perception.
Either spot hidden or library use. Let's call this library use, as you're kind of going through papers and stuff. I said.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So I will remind you, this is a good point, and I think that I don't know if you were playing with us when we figured this out, Alan. If you roll a failure, that just means that whatever you're hoping for does not succeed. If you roll an extreme or a hard fail or an extreme fail, it could mean that there is a negative consequence. You can change that failure to a success by spending luck points. In this case, it would take a good deal of luck points to bring you down to a passing grade, if you will. Or your other option is you can push the roll And in that case, you would describe what you're doing differently, how you're adjusting your tactics in order to try again, basically, and you re-roll. But if you fail a second time, it means that there will be consequences, and I will describe what those consequences might be to you before you do the roll. So, for example, you said you were going through papers, and maybe you say you pick them up and you take them over to the window to get a better look because you can't read the handwriting very well, and that's how you're going to push that roll. I might say that the papers look a little bit old, and by bringing them over to the window, you run the risk of destroying them entirely, or something like that.
Okay.
So you can push or spend luck, or you can just move along. What would you like to do?
I think it was just a casual, like glance over the desk. So
Okay.
he'll follow, get in line with the others.
Okay.
He doesn't want to look like he's snooping.
So there's not a whole lot of papers on the desk for you really to look at. There's just a few bits and pieces. Mostly you just see like names and phone numbers that have been jotted down, presumably when the person behind the desk was like taking phone calls and things, just ways of, messages that needed to be passed on, that kind of thing. And it's all written in a bit of a shorthand, just, notes that that person has taken for themselves. And so it's pretty nonsensical. You do see that there is like a panel kind of built into the desk that does have a series of buttons on it. They're like those, almost more like switches, probably. I'm trying to think of what they would have had in the 1920s, like electrical wise, and it wasn't much. So they're probably like just a little panel of switches. Let's call it switches.
Yeah, crude switches.
Yeah. But heading through the double doors leading into the next area, you get there, the doors are closed, and they happen to be locked.
seems very odd.
Might be a switch for them on the desk, like buzzing people through, sort of thing.
That's a good idea.
If I'm near the back of the queue, I'll go back to the desk and see if I can spot one that looks like it's been like well used.
Firstly, one question
Yeah.
regarding my character: Can I take off my acting and put it into something else?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know why a police detective has acting.
I don't know either. So all of these characters that are up for grabs are just ones that like I found online and literally copied in before I'd ever made. And some of them I think are the stronger characters and some are the regular characters because I didn't know the difference when I was copying them in. And they're a little bit all over the place in terms of like their skills. So
Yeah,
if you want to adjust things, you certainly can.
I put it into locksmith. Seems a little bit more apt.
Seems practical. My
Yeah.
chief of police, like our officer in charge, can actually pick locks, and it is really cool.
Yeah, which is what I'm going to try to
We
do.
couldn't get into a filing cabinet the other day, and he pulls out the set of lock picks, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, "Are you supposed to have those?" He's like, "Well, you can't, but I can." I'm like, "That's so cool!" And then he went and like just went do 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 and like unlocked the filing cabinet for us. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Sorry,
to
I
be a
just
good cop, you kind of have to learn to do criminal stuff.
You're right.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's
it
the
was
only way.
neat to see. So yeah, so you have lock picking, and I agree, it makes totally sense. Totally sense. Total sense. So why don't you go ahead and give me a thieves tools check, whatever that would be called.
Locksmith, I think it is.
I'm gonna knock
Yeah.
on the door first, just to try to hear if there's any response, anybody on the other side.
Yeah, you knock on the door, and there is no response.
All right,
And
too
while
bad,
he's doing
boys.
that,
You're
I'll be
taking
going
it
back to the desk. I'll go back to the desk to
Yes.
see if there's a button or something.
Yeah, can you ooh.
Nope.
So you try. This is a good lock, Francis. This lock is state of the art and then some. and it is giving you some trouble.
Hmm.
Before you have a chance to decide if you're going to push that or adjust the lock or leave it as is, Howard, why don't you go ahead and roll me there's like an electrical.
I was looking for the
Electronics.
I was looking for like the button that's the most used rather than looking for like the function of it. I was looking for the one that's been pressed the most.
Right. Let's call that, I mean,
Spot
you know what I'm
hidden?
going to say. Spot hidden.
Yeah.
Trying to use other skills and it always comes down to spot hidden.
Yeah. Always comes back to the
I
old
need to,
favorite.
I need to watch some more Call of Cthulhu and see how other keepers handle that.
I will spend 12 luck to make that a regular success.
Okay. So you can go ahead and reduce your luck by 12.
So that puts me on 53.
Okay. And when you, pardon me, yeah, so you take a look at the buttons and or the switches, and there is one that is quite worn.
Okay.
It's just one. The
Uh-huh.
other ones also everything looks used, but there's one that just, it looks a lot more worn. It's probably a little bit loose at this point.
Sure. Then I will push that button.
Okay. You flip that lever, and there is that little like bzz sound that doors make.
Yeah.
And Francis, standing next to the door, you hear it buzz, and you're able to just push it open. You can pretend it was
Yeah.
your locksmithing ability if you like.
Yeah. You loosened it for me, clearly. Also,
No, he doesn't
in
care about
the
that stuff.
on the character sheets at the top, there's role options. If you click that to verbose, you get the view that I have, so you can see how far you need to go for various successes.
Oh yes, yeah, I forgot we did that last
You got like
time.
regular, hard, extreme, verbose. Verbose gives the best information.
Yeah, I do recommend everyone changes their roles to that. It will help. Oh, pardon me. Okay, so the door is now open, and I presume you all go on inside. And
I
you
assume
find
so.
yourself
Yep.
in a library. I was looking for pictures of libraries, and this is a for realsies one. And how cool is this place?
That's gorgeous.
I want to live there.
You can smell that
Look at it.
picture.
Right? Like all the wax on the wood, and then the books and the. Yeah, so when you get inside the big heavy door, there's probably a couple of doors that you have to go through. You notice that the doors here are probably like reinforced metal. They're extremely strong. It would be difficult to make your way in here if you were not wanted. And you finally come to sort of the main place in this building, which is this giant library. There's desks and sort of nooks for people to sit and work in. And as is to be expected, the books here are predominantly on the occult, on creatures from other realms, a lot of tomes that would be considered fictional by other people, but you guys know better. Also, books that are probably, a lot of them are extraordinarily rare. Some really old, ancient books describing things of interest to the gatekeepers from long ago. Um, the place is really cool, but it is also completely and utterly silent. You do not hear a single word.
I'm gonna pull out my pistol, my service weapon.
Okay.
On your toes, boys. There's something wrong. There's something fishy around here.
Yes.
Sure.
Are you guys starting to
Is-
kind of like walk through or?
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking forward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yeah. Is,
Follow closely behind.
All right.
as
You
we're
got
walking through, does anything look like it's out of place, or like pile of books, or just like there was something either done here or tried to hastily cleaned up or something?
Can you give me a spot hidden check, please?
Sure.
Ooh.
I'll push. I'll spend a luck point on that.
Okay, yeah, that's
Whoops.
Oh, oh.
Yep.
okay. So you can reduce your luck by 1, and you take a look around, and you do see that off one of these sort of like branches, I guess, that heads off between the shelves. You do see a little pile of books as though someone has pulled them out and not put them back yet. It's on one of those little carts, the carts that the librarians wheel around when they're putting books back. There's one of those, and there's still a few books sitting on it that are sitting out. Um, that's probably the most disarray that you're seeing as you're peeking through. Everything else looks in good condition. You don't see any signs of a fight. There's not, stacks of books ripped off the shelves and falling over. Everything looks pristine. It looks like they closed up for the night and walked away. There is, as you can see, there is sort of like a book that is sitting open on a table at the end of the rows here. And then, like I said, the only other thing that you really notice that's any different is this little cart that has a few books piled on it, as though someone was in the middle of stacking books back on the shelves. Howard, you are creeping forward, and nope, Francis is creeping forward. Why do I keep mixing up your characters? You're creeping forward with your gun at the ready, and everything is just quiet. And not just library quiet, like eerie quiet.
Like, can we hear each other? Can we hear each other's footsteps still?
You can hear each other, you can hear your own footsteps, but that's really the only sound.
Something strange.
Yeah, I'm going forward slowly.
Hmm.
Just making sure nothing jumps out at me.
Yes,
And
no jump scares.
I'm gonna keep my ears peeled
Hmm.
and try to listen for anything that's not our footsteps. That's not within, that's not us making the noises.
Sure.
Sorry to break the flow here, but my character did not start with anything in the way of possessions. Could I have bought a gun of some description, like a shotgun or something?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I meant to do that at the beginning and I didn't do that. Let's just actually take a quick moment here. And if there is any possessions that you would like to add to your character's sheet, please go ahead and do that. I'm not really worried unless you add something nuts. Not
Where
that
do
there's
we
really anything.
find the possessions that we
On
can
the
It
add?
is
compendium.
yeah, there's a list of stuff in the compendium. I can bring it over from the other campaign.
So can I get a Browning M19 1918 machine gun real quick?
A machine gun? I'm
Yeah.
thinking no on the machine gun.
Why not? I'm a cop.
Ah, ruin everything. Yeah, no one will
Oh, you
know.
are a cop. Yeah, okay, you can have one.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm kidding. Now, you imagine lugging that thing around on the streets of Manhattan?
Yes, I can. That's why I was
Right.
like, ah.
I get arrested.
No.
Hello. Yes, hi, kitty. Hi. No, that's my microphone. You can't have that.
Here are some field kit items that I made up for the last
Oh yes.
campaign. Just some ideas of things that you might wish in order to examine things.
Lantern. Crowbar. Always crowbar. Field ledger.
I think maybe I have a pendulum,
Oh, nice.
just to like give people something to focus on while I'm like checking their
That makes sense. Yeah.
vitals.
Something that you could do. Look into my eyes.
There, yeah, like look straight ahead at this.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I've got a 12 gauge shotgun.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm kind of taking up station behind Francis with a shotgun trained, being very careful not to get him in my line of fire.
Good. Glad to hear it.
I think Victor might be drawn to the open book. Like as everyone's
Okay.
moving
Yeah.
slowly, he'll sort of walk in that direction.
Same with the Good Father.
All right.
Seems like it's interesting.
Yeah. So the group of you creep forward. Um, Francis in the lead, Howard behind him, and then Victor and Father Christmas in behind those two. Every time I say Father Christmas, it makes me giggle. I love it. So Francis and Howard, you guys are keeping an eye. Can I get? There's not really like a listen kind of
Yeah, there is.
skill. Oh, is
Yeah, there
there?
is. It's literally called
Oh, it's
listen.
called listen even.
Mhm.
Look at that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Can
it's
I get
literally called listen.
listen from everybody, please?
Okay. Hey.
I have a good ear.
Ew.
Oh wow, so do I.
I'm a good
Wow.
cop.
Out of a 20. Damn.
All
Nice.
right. Oh my goodness. So we got an extreme success, a hard success, and a fail.
Yeah,
That's
we ran the
amazing.
whole gamut. That's amazing.
So we're gonna start with Victor. We're gonna start with what you guys hear first, and the first thing you hear is, and everyone except for Father Christmas, you're probably really focused in on that book.
Exactly.
And so everyone hears this kind of like creaking kind of noise, and it seems to be coming from below you. And it makes a sound. It's almost the sound of like an old building settling. You know, that kind of like groaning creak kind of noise. That's what you hear. Howard and Francis, the two of you hear the sound of something scurrying. Again, it's coming from below, and it sounds like it almost sounds like mice in the floorboards. It's something just like scuttling along, really soft and faint. And Francis, you hear the last thing that you hear that no one else hears is, in addition to whatever is moving down there, you hear, you swear it's like a whisper. It's like a in that creaking sound, you hear the words, "Help us."
I motion for everybody to stop,
Mm-hmm.
just to actually do the listen.
Mhm.
I hear all that. I know these guys don't know any of the wouldn't know any hand signals, but I would just say, just finger to my lips, quiet,
Mhm.
and just move forward. Move forward, downstairs, point down. That's
Mhm.
it.
Okay, so you have this moment where everyone kind of freezes and you hear these sounds, and then it goes back to being very, very quiet again. Father Christmas and Victor, you two were headed to the book. The book is it's this large tome. It is currently sitting open, and the page you are looking at has some beautiful symbols of like drawings of what looks to be like flowers. And there is writing next to the flowers, but it seems to be written in some kind of code.
Is it
I don't-
like something that could be deciphered, or
You can, if you want to take some time with it, you can try and see if you can figure it out.
Yeah. Does it look like any, like either the codes or the flower look like anything we may have seen before? Is it like, like a filing system or something?
Um, it some of the letters don't even look like letters, if that makes sense. Um, sorry, I'm trying to find you an image here. View images. Actually, I'm just going to copy it and put it in the thing. Copy image link. It looks like this
Hmm.
kind of idea. And if you guys recognize this, this is the Voynich manuscript.
Mm.
So the writing in it doesn't look like, you don't recognize the letters. It seems to be written some kind of code. Some kind of
Hmm.
code. It's not like a simple, like it's written in another language or anything like that. You can sit down and try and figure it out. It is not specifically the Voynich manuscript. It just has that look to it. And that's the page that you're currently open to. You guys can sort of look at some more of the book if you want to sort of turn some pages and take a look at it. Or you can look at the page that's open and try and figure out what is written on that page. And there would be rules for those.
I would suggest we don't have a lot of time, or like we don't necessarily want to hang around for too long, but entirely up to you guys.
I might just see if I can like recognize any of the flowers, or like if they're similar to like other flowers, like medicinal ones.
Sure. That would be what kind of role would you
I
suggest?
have
for
a
that?
biology science.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me that.
Oh, wow.
Dreams.
Nice.
Awesome. Oh, I love this. I love it when you guys like get rolls like this where I can like, I don't know, just feed you more info. This is really interesting as you gently turn over the pages and you look at some of these images. Some of them are clearly plants that you recognize. There are, like daisies and just flowers that you recognize and plants that you recognize from around this area that would be local to around here. Some of these plants look to your eyes to be completely made up. And some of them look to be a weird hybrid, like a crossing of the two. And I'm going to say, with your extreme success, you think that this book might be someone's scientific journal trying to cross two different strains of plants. Some strains from this world and some strains from another world, an alien basically combining plants with alien DNA. You can't tell what the results were based on the pictures, but based on what you're seeing, that's your best guess.
Okay. So I think I will kind of say that to Father Christmas and just kind of ramble about it for a minute before I realize that we're trying to be, or that Francis and Howard are trying to get us to move on.
Okay.
Well, it's more than we had before.
Hmm.
Are there any doors out of the room?
No, that's the interesting thing. You look around, you don't see any doors.
Hmm.
Not any hidden doors, are there?
Might be.
Been here
Yeah,
before.
Let's
there's got to be a hidden door. I mean, the gatekeepers, right?
yeah.
That's their thing.
Let's have a look around for them, I guess.
Quietly, fellows.
Hmm.
Guess I
Okay.
might try and use my pendulum at this point, because it says like it responds to unseen currents.
Cool. Yeah. Let's call that what, oh, sorry, my screen just went blank. I haven't been typing enough apparently. So you're going to basically sit and concentrate and try to dial into the currents and see if the pendulum sort of swings in a certain direction.
Yeah.
I am going to call that a power roll.
Oh,
So power would be what you use for casting spells. It's kind of your, I guess in D&D it would kind of be wisdom.
okay, okay.
Oh
Oof.
no.
All right. Nope.
Okay, do you wish to push that, or I guess that's a level up, and are you going to leave it as is?
I think I'll wait. And can I wait until everyone else has a chance to look around before I decide? Because
Yeah.
this might take a minute. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. It would probably take a minute to sit down and focus. What you are finding is that there's a lot of currents in here. There's a lot of pull from your pendulum, and it's kind of swinging every which way. There are uh, some of the books would hold magic within them, or vibrations within them. You do know that the gatekeepers also uh, can hold and store items of magical power or alien power. And so it's possible there are some of those scattered throughout this building somewhere. And so you're just having trouble kind of narrowing it down at this point. While Victor is doing that, how are the rest of you searching?
I'm maybe looking for like the stereotypical like secret pull book open door style entrances,
Mhm.
like hidden entrance type thing.
Sure. I love it. In a library, that makes a lot of
Mm.
sense, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
All right. Why don't you give me I guess that would actually be a spot hidden.
Okay. Let's. Ah,
Uh, oh, pardon me. The reason it's such a good idea to have something like that in the library is there's so many damn
there's
books.
so many books. Yep. Yep. Needle in a needle stack.
So Father
So you're
Christmas
going
has
to,
a uh,
sorry, Father Christmas has what?
Father Christmas has a similar idea, but he wants to look for like a book that's like misfiled or something, like some maybe like obvious L that okay, yeah, this is the book to grab and pull out.
Okay.
So try using like I'm making an argument to try to use the library use skill for this one.
Yeah, okay. I'll buy that. I'll buy that.
Which is the misfiled tome.
Ooh.
I can't find any.
Dear. Similar problem, right? You're looking on the shelves trying to see if you can see anything misfiled, and everything seems to be filed perfectly from what you can see as you wander around. It's really easy to miss, like Nick said, needle in a haystack.
Hmm.
And I guess that brings us to Francis.
Right.
While the others are doing these searches, what are you doing?
I'm going to be doing the same. It's funny because I have a 55 in listen and 60 in spot, but I'm going to use spot because
Okay.
what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do the old the book trick. What I'm going to do is sort of just breathe onto my hand, just exhale onto my hand real quick to make it look kind of warm, moist.
Mhm.
And I'm going to just slowly put my hand around cracks and crevices around the bookshelves, feeling for a draft.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I like that idea. Go ahead and give me a. You were arguing for spot hidden here. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna try to do like, oh, I want to try to hear something on the other side, but it'd be silent anyway. So
Yeah.
It's been pretty
y-
quiet so far.
Yay.
yeah,
Uh,
hard.
Nice.
Hard success. So Francis, you feel around for drafts and you find one. There is over in one wall, tucked away, kind of in a one of those little dark nooks in the back of the library. You feel a bit of a breeze, and I'm going to say with a hard success, you actually then see a book that is just ever so slightly pulled out, and you grab it and you pull, and it reveals a hidden vault.
Is this super loud?
No, it swings open really quietly, just like it's on sort of rollers.
Right.
And so the doors just sort of like roll open. So there's a noise, and the library itself is very quiet. So I imagine the rest of you would hear the sound of a door opening, but it's not a huge, loud, booming sound or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll poke my head around the corner into the sort of main thoroughfare and just do a bit of a whistle. Just, you know,
Hmm.
hey, hey.
Ah,
Yep.
excellent.
Let's follow.
All right, so you all head over towards this hidden vault. Um, it is full of all kinds of things. I know it looks like a lot of books in here, um, but it's full of many, many different things. It is full of shelves of masks and statues, and oh, I have a picture.
Oh.
As you can see, there's a Ouija board, there are tarot cards, there are masks, there's curios under glass, there are statues, there's some books. Um, Everything is labeled, and I can I get occult checks from everyone, please?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice, Howard. All right.
I will actually spend 4 luck to make that a hard success.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So with your regular success, Father and Howard, you both instantly know these are cursed objects. These are items that have been put aside by the gatekeepers. Not all of them necessarily cursed. Items of power, perhaps, is a better way to say. These are things that are stored by the gatekeepers for safekeeping and generally not used because they're probably a little bit dangerous. Some of them are possibly cursed, some of them are possibly just inherently evil, some of them are just too much power, too dangerous to allow someone to use in the world. One of the things that it can't be trusted. With your hard success, Howard, you would recognize that simply by having all of these things stored in one place can be a bit dangerous in and of itself. There is always the risk when you have things of great power, when you bring them together, that simply the amount of power in the room can activate one.
Sure.
Without requiring an outside influence.
Okay. I would kind of caution the group to be careful. From what I've seen, everything in here looks powerful. And the concentration of them all in here together could cause any of them to activate at the drop of a hat. So caution.
So don't touch anything. Got it.
Yeah, don't touch anything.
Yeah, they really need a sign in here.
I mean, I don't think that this isn't exactly the gift shop.
That's true.
God, imagine if they did have a gift shop, though.
They got to make their money some way, so.
True, yeah.
Seems likely.
Okay, is there another door in here, or?
Yes. Sorry, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? There is another door in here, yes. You have to go through this to head further on into the building. There's a door at the end.
Okay.
It seems a little weird that this is like part of the main tour as you go through. It's like, yeah, look at all this cool stuff. Don't touch it. It's cursed. But,
I mean, I assume when we've been here before, like, this isn't the way we've gone through.
No, it is not.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there are other ways around through here, but right now everything is just odd in here. Actually, that's a point. Can I get intelligence checks from everyone, please?
Okay.
Mine is super high. I'll spend a luck point just to make that a success.
Just to make that a success, okay.
Yeah, might as well.
I'm going to be happy in failing because, yeah.
Okay, yeah, the rest of the group has succeeded. All right. Francis and Father Christmas and Victor, the three of you recognize that this is not how you came in here before, but you don't see the door that you did come in before. Something is not right. The layout of the building is not what you remember.
Is there anything particular where the door used to be, or is it like complete, like just
No,
as
it's
soon as
just
I turn my field of vision around, it's like changing?
it's changing. Like there's a bookcase there now, kind of idea. And not in the door is closed behind you and it looks like a bookcase. Like, no, there's a bookcase there now. And I'm going to say with your hard success, Victor, you are realizing that this is some kind of I don't want to, it's not a time shift. It's more of a reality shift. And where you are now is possibly not where you were just a moment ago.
I believe we have crossed some sort of border. Into what I cannot say.
Okay, well, we'd better be cautious from here on in. More so than we had been anyway. Okay, let's carry on forward. Like the only way is forward.
Yep. We knew this was
Alright.
going to get weird.
Mm-hmm.
When you open the next door, there is a rush of warm air that comes out to greet you. There's the smell of, like when you're walking in the forest on like a fall day and you kind of smell that smell of like the leaves have fallen on the ground and it's wet and it's kind of got that smell in the air.
Mm.
It smells like that. And the air feels damp but warm. And there is a long staircase that is descending, and it sort of has a twist, so you can't see to the bottom because that would be boring. And so you start to head down the stairs, a little unsure of where you're going. It is sort of like where the stairway is dark, but you can see around that twist there is some kind of illumination. So you don't need like flashlights or anything like that. Do you guys head down the stairs?
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
before we do descend, I'm gonna, since I didn't say it, I didn't tell anybody before. I will regale the people of what I heard with that listen check. Uh,
Oh.
with the the help me, the very faint
Yeah.
help me thing. So be on your toes, boys. Something's got our friends.
Sure. Howard gets the shotgun ready again and is ready to follow you down.
All right.
We'll be ready to
descend in
follow as
silence.
well.
Okay. You guys head down the staircase. Are you? You said just from kind of the way that you're describing it. Are you guys like sneaking, or are you just like walking cautiously?
I think walking cautiously more than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try to sneak.
You're gonna try and sneak? Okay, you can go ahead and roll me. I think there's a sneak
Stealth.
stealth roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try not to let the
Nice.
because they put nails in the shoes.
Mm.
I mean, they still do that today,
Yeah.
but even more so
Yeah.
back then. Trying to walk on my tippy toes so I don't clank wood on wood,
Yeah.
make a loud sound.
I guess if he's doing it, I'll
Sure.
try. I'm not good at it, but we'll try. No.
Okay.
Oh, might as well. Oh, we're all so close though.
Yeah.
Anybody want to push or spend some points?
I think I'm all right. It's a lot of points between all of us.
Yeah. I don't want to spend 15, really.
All right, so one of you is quite quiet.
We're probably
Francis
drowning him
is
out at least. We're drowning out his
yeah.
footsteps.
But you you come, Francis, you're in the lead anyway, so you kind of head down there a little bit quietly, maybe a little bit before the others as they come clomping down the stairs behind you. And so you get the first kind of peek, I guess, at what is happening. And what you see when you come down the stairs is odd, to say the least. You are in a room that, as I said, there's this warmth to it. There's humidity in the air. You smell that smell of greenhouse, which is almost what this place is. And you see tabletops that are lined with plant boxes full of some of the strangest plants you have ever seen in your life. And it's looking overgrown. These plants are looking too big for their boxes. I just realized this is on the, oops, a daisy.
It's on a grid now.
Object. Well, I was on the object layer and I just put it onto the map layer because I almost grabbed it and moved it. And then there was a grid in behind. There we go. Sorry. It looks overgrown. They're coming out of their boxes. There's stuff growing up the walls. There is water sort of dripping through what looks like an irrigation system on the ceiling, and there are these. They almost look like windows in the ceiling, but you've just gone down, so presumably it's some kind of light that's allowing the water in here. Lying on the floor is a dead body of a man. He is wearing a white coat, like a lab coat kind of idea, and he is lying on his back. And horrifically, out of his stomach, there is a plant growing. The plant doesn't look particularly like, we're not talking like evil carnivore plant or anything, but it's just growing out of his stomach like just this big fern.
Right. So since I'm going forward and I see this first, I'm going to stop everybody. Sort of like when they're like maybe 15 to 20 feet away, I'll just stop them, take in everything, and I'll, as quietly as I can, just go, Mr. Burgess, you're needed. Come here.
Oh, okay.
I'll wave him over. Just him for now.
I will step forward and I'll kind of a deep frown crosses my face. I see the dead man, and I'm assuming these are the plants from the book or similar.
Very similar vibes, yeah.
Recognize him.
I do. This is what they were reading upstairs.
Does it look like there's spores floating around in here?
Um, the air's not really thick with anything.
Just humid.
Just humid, yeah. I don't know. There's no, I kind of know what you're getting at. Like, no, you don't feel a need to like cover your face or anything. You don't think you're going to be infected in this room.
Yeah.
I will continue to. I'll ask Mr. Burgess one more question. Any of these plants look familiar to you? Know what type they are?
Well, the earthly cultivars, I'm assuming I'm somewhat familiar with. Like one half of these is a normal plant. So I don't know if there's anything specific I can point out, but I will do so to the best of my ability.
You can do a biology check.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh, nope.
Would
They
you like
are.
to or you can keep it as is?
You know what? I'll push. I guess he'll get like right down like I don't know if there's anywhere there's like that this guy might have been taking like samples or cuttings.
Yeah,
But he'd like to see somewhere where there's like pieces, like kind of identifiable pieces of the plants set
sure.
aside.
Yeah, you do find on one of the tables, you do find some pieces that look like they were cut for grafting. And you head on over there. Now, you're going to have to kind of pick them up to take a look,
Mm.
which with plants that you don't know, you can always run the risk of being harmed by them. There's the potential that there's stingers in them, or that they have.
Yeah, if there are gloves, he'll put them on, but I mean, sharp nettles can go right through most
Yeah,
gloves.
yeah.
That's
You
when I
pop on a pair of gloves and pick them up, and go ahead and roll your roll again.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Here.
at that point that's when I wait the other two to come forward
Hmm.
to see the room in its entirety.
Okay. So when Victor, when you pick up one of these pieces of plant to look at it, you look at it and you think it's safe, but you realize it's got small stingers, almost like a nettle, that are able to
Go right
permeate
through the
between
gloves. Yeah.
the fibers of your glove. And I am going to need you to please make me what is the sanity check?
Ooh.
Hard
Nice.
success. Nice. Okay, so you will take a little bit of damage from the plant venom, I guess. Is it
Mm.
still called venom in a plant? Um, that is
Yeah,
injected into your finger.
toxin.
Toxin, yeah, maybe that's a better word.
Yeah.
Um, oh
Oh.
dear, it hits you pretty hard. 4 points of damage. As that toxin enters your bloodstream, your fingers start to swell up. You feel like you're having a bit of an adverse reaction to it. It stings. You pull off your glove and you try to pull out all the little stingers where the nettles are, but it's really making your hand start to swell up. And at the same time, um, you hear like a voice. This time it's in your head, but it says the same thing that a similar voice said to Francis earlier. It says, "Help us. You are one of us."
Do I think the voice is coming from the plants?
You're not sure,
Hmm.
possibly. It's definitely in your head, and it definitely happened when you touched the plant.
Yeah.
But in terms of the source, it's not like you can kind of focus on where it came from.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I will kind of turn around and say, I'm afraid none of these are ones I'm familiar with for medicinal purposes, and they do seem to be, and I'll kind of hold up my hand, rather resistant to inspection.
Ouch.
Mm. Um. Okay, we don't touch the plants. Noted.
Uh, any adverse effects? No, at the moment. I was gonna ask to do a first aid check.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do a first aid check.
I see it's swelling out like a tennis ball.
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
man, you're awfully calm for someone whose finger is swelled like a tennis ball. Come here.
It's I mean, I understand the mechanisms and plants that can cause such a reaction. It's nothing. This alone is not something the guardians would take an interest in. But the voices in my head might be more up their alley. And I'll relay that I did also hear the same message as Francis.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm gonna
That's
tear up some of
concerning.
bit of my handkerchief and wrap it like a tourniquet around his finger.
Sure. Can you give me
Not
that first aid check, please?
sure. Nope.
Oh.
It's not going down. I was gonna like pour alcohol on it too, but doesn't help.
Just burns.
There's
I
no.
mean, if you want to add, you could push the roll if you want to pour alcohol on it after trying the Band-Aid.
I'm probably gonna hurt him even more. So
But there is a possibility, yeah.
yeah, let's not do
Leave it
that.
out.
I'll just kind
Okay.
of wince and say, I thank you for your concern, but it's, I don't think it's life-threatening.
Well, you got pricked by it and it starts talking to you. I think that's pretty life-threatening to me.
Well, it
And
seems to be giving me a call for help, so if anyone is a threat, or I seem to be receiving a call for help, so I think it is someone else who's in danger.
Well,
Something else.
if worse gets to worse, we pull all our boys. We pull all our booze together and we light it on fire. We burn this place down.
Agreed.
That is unfortunately part of the life cycle of some plants, so. In any case,
as you say that, one of the vines detaches from the wall and lunges out towards you. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Ooh.
Okay.
So let's take 10 here. It is
Okay.
9:30 by my watch, so we'll take 10 and we will meet back at 22 the hour and we will pick up from there.
Okay. See you in 10.
Good.
live.
Alrighty, and welcome back. We are just in our strange, creepy laboratory garden greenhouse mashup thing. And you guys have been investigating. You found a dead body on the floor with a fern sprouting out of it. We had Victor was taking a look at some of the plants and was sort of nicked by one of them with its spikes and has a swollen and painful hand. And a vine has lashed out and tried to grab at Francis. So I'm going to do my little attack here, which I just closed the sheet accidentally.
Oh no.
Here we go. Whip. It is going to try and whip you. Oh, so I'm going to, you can fight back or you can try and dodge. What would you like to do, Victor?
I'll dodge.
Okay.
What does fight back do again?
Fight back means that if you succeed,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
do
yeah.
damage.
Ah.
So even if you change that to a success, the whip has a hard success and
No. That's dexterity. That's the wrong roll.
oh, I see.
Is that so? Dodge or
It's a
brawl?
dodge. It's a dodge, I
It's a
think.
dodge.
Just pure dodge. Okay.
Ooh.
Let's. I'll spend the. Oh boy, that's a lot. 18.
It'll be
luck
18
points.
luck. So you're going to spend the 18 luck to turn that into a hard success?
Yep.
So
Counter.
CoCo, the way that combat works, I just realized I haven't explained this to you yet, is I roll to attack you, and rather than going like in D&D, we go against an armor class, your character actually rolls to react to that. So you can either dodge or you can fight back. If you dodge, then you don't get hit. If you fight back, it's harder to get a success, but you have the option of doing damage back to the creature that is trying to hurt you instead of it harming you. And basically, whoever rolls a better roll. So I rolled a hard success. Even though Francis rolled a success, I would still win that roll because I'm one tier up. And that's why he's using 18 luck points because his hard, that's why we suggest using verbose because you can see at the bottom, he would need a 20 to get a hard success. So he's going to spend those 18 luck points to call it hard. And then when it meets, that would be go in favor of the defender.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this, I think that's the difference. I'm going to look it up right now, actually.
Okay, so yeah, both attacker and defender roll percentage die and compare the levels of success. If you're fighting back, use your fighting skill. You need to achieve a higher level of success than your attacker. If you are dodging, use your dodge skill. The attacker needs to give a higher level of success than you. So
Yes.
you would need an extreme success to be able to fight back against a hard, but you only need a hard success to dodge a hard.
That's right. Thank you. Yes. So in this case, with that modification to your roll, so this thing just comes out from behind you. See all these vines that are on the wall back here?
Yep.
One of them just all of a sudden just like comes and lashes out at you, and you just like feel that movement behind you, and you've got those cop senses, and you are able to leap out of the way as this vine comes whipping towards you. Let's roll initiative for everybody.
So
So we don't
yeah,
roll initiative. We just
click the dexterity to turn tracker button on combat.
yes.
Yeah.
And we don't have tokens, so we can't join the turn tracker.
Oh right. Okay, that's okay. I will make it work. Dexterity is. Ooh, this guy's got turn tracker.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna add people in. So
I think we're missing
Howard.
Chang.
I've got.
What the hell do I click?
Dexterity to turn tracker on the combat next to
Yeah,
dodge.
on the combat tab.
Combat tab. Jesus.
Yep. Yeah.
I need to write a little macro that just puts people's in without tokens. It's totally doable. 55. Victor is also 55. My Vine is 90, and Francis is 75. And then just enter. Ha! Other way around.
Oh.
All right. So my Vine is going to go again, and it is going to try once again to lash out at Francis. You're the closest. I think the other two are not really in the room yet, and Victor is over by this table over here. That's the other thing, CoCo. Movement is very sort of loosey-goosey, and the number of things you can do is sort of like what you think is reasonable. There's no, it's not like D&D where it's really strict. So feel free to, you don't have to stick to like an action and a movement. You can kind of do what you think is appropriate in that time. So Francis, another whip is coming at you. Would you like to try and dodge or fight back?
I'll dodge.
Okay.
Oh.
Oof.
Okay.
All right. Once again, you are successful as the vine lashes out at you again and misses. And now, Francis, it is your turn.
I'm gonna shoot that thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some distance from it first.
Sure.
I'll like take cover behind one of these, one of those tables, and I'm gonna try to line up my shot. I'm not gonna take aim. Now that's another thing that might have to be explained for you using guns. But
Yeah. Do you want to explain that?
well, taking aim, there's two options to just fire your firearm, or which is done on the same turn, or you could take aim. Was it? Which would then put you on the which would you would actually discharge your firearm on the next turn, but you get what, a bonus?
Yes, you get a
you
bonus die. Yeah.
Yeah, or advantage.
Yeah, so the
in this case.
bonus die, here's another thing, CoCo. Sorry, this might be a lot. A bonus die means you get to roll another d10, and it replaces the tens unit. So like where Chang rolled a 27 right now, if I had a bonus die, I would roll 1d10. I rolled a 4, so I could change that to a 47, which is actually worse, so I would take the 27.
Okay.
But yeah, and Francis actually just rolled, so he actually rolled a 2, which is exactly the same. So
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna take aim, but I will flavor-wise take aim and just immediately discharge my pistol.
Okay, sounds good.
Nope, shot went wide.
If you are within 1/5 of your dexterity in feet, you gain a bonus die on the shot point blank range.
Am I in range?
It's
I think I'm within 15 yards, right?
Sure.
Or point blank.
Sure, go ahead, roll a bonus die. The vine is going to dodge, by the way.
Oh.
No good.
Oh, you just keep rolling the same.
Hmm.
Gonna roll its dexterity. Oof.
Wow.
Shot goes wide.
Oh, sorry, its dodge is 45. I just saw.
Yeah.
But a 9 is still a good success there. So the vine is difficult to hit, being a vine, and so your shot goes into the wall. The shot rings out, and it hits one of the part of that sprinkler system, and there's now sort of like water spraying into this place. That would bring us to Howard.
Okay. I am opening up with the shotgun, trying to aim for kind of center mass.
Okay, where are you gonna bring yourself to?
I'm gonna come forward to near Francis, and take my shot with a shotgun.
Okay. Sounds good.
I don't have a great thing with this. I'm not good at skeet shooting, so let's see what happens. Oh, it's a success.
Oh, nice.
I also
Nice.
get a bonus dice because close range, but I doubt that'll improve it much. No, it does not. Okay. So yes, that is a
Okay,
success.
So it's going to do a dodge again.
Never mind.
Ooh, extreme success. This thing is whipping all over the place. I like to think it's like, you know those blow-up dolls that like wiggle outside of car dealerships? It's doing that. Yes, I just did that with my arms. If you want a visual. All right. So, and are you kind of like ducking behind the table, kind of similar to
Yes,
what
I am.
Francis
Yep.
was doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. That would bring us to Victor.
Yeah, I guess I'll just try to run as far away from the potted vines as I can and duck behind like a table a
Sure.
little further away. And I'm gonna kind of from back there watch it and see if I can figure out what it's doing.
Awesome.
Like,
Can you
why is it
actually make me a
not a lot of
biology
plants
check?
do this? Yeah. Classically something I've done really well at. Oh, okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. So a couple of things. First of all, you notice that while this one on the wall is the one that is attacking, you do see movement not related to wind with some of these other plants on the table. They're starting to like sort of move and shake as well. It's almost like they're all riled up. The other kind of thing of note with your hard success is that it seems to be like when that water started spraying, it seems to be reacting in a positive way to the water that is spraying down on it. It's kind of like some of the vines are lashing out and some of the vines are like reaching up, curling around the pipes, like they're enjoying the water. And as a biologist, you've probably grown plants at some point, and you know quite often that fertilizers would be placed in watering systems in order to sort of deliver nutrients at the same time as water.
I'll say, should we turn on the water? It's seems as interested in that as it is in us. I think that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Father Christmas.
Is there any way like out of here? Is there another door to get out of
There is another
here?
door, yes. Sorry, I keep forgetting to mention doors. I'm so used to like D&D battle maps where you can like just see there's another door. There is another door that goes further into this installation, whatever it is, on the other side of the room.
And I guess like for the vine along the wall, is it just sitting in a pot or something, or is it
Yeah, it's kind of like
like
in a
this huge
trough,
container?
kind of like what you see there.
Okay. So would that be? Does it look like something that could be knocked over or pushed aside, or is it like giant and
I
heavy?
mean, it's pretty big and heavy and long. You don't think you could move it on your own, I wouldn't think, unless you are extraordinarily strong. But at the same
Nope.
time, that plant isn't necessarily going anywhere. If you chose to run out the door and close it, you're probably safe. The plant can probably reach anywhere within the room, but you don't think it could reach outside of it.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way to the other door, and see what's down the hall. Like trying to avoid the flailing vine, but just move through that way. But he'll pull out his machete that he always keeps, like any good clergyman, tucked inside his vestments, and just kind of have that at the ready to knock the vine away.
Awesome. Yeah. A machete is a good tool to have down here. Um, you pull out your machete, you run to the door, you open it. It opens. It's not locked. And looking down, you see a corridor with another door at the end of it. And you can also see there are some cracks in the wall, and there's like plants that are starting to grow out of those cracks, almost um, like it's being pushed inside, or there's something, it's growing.
Like the
Sorry, that's a good
tree pushing through
description.
the sidewalk or something.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, I will just shout to the group. There's a hallway down here. Seems clear for now.
Okay. We're back at the vine. I think this time the vine is gonna go for Howard. And I'm gonna give it a penalty die because you are sort of hidden behind the table, and I think that would make it difficult for it to reach at.
Okay.
So here we go with my whip. It's already a failure, but here's my penalty die. 73, doesn't matter either way. Do you want to
Nope.
dodge or do you want to fight back?
Might try and like slash at it with a knife, as it like whips out at me.
Sure.
Make an unarmed. Actually, what is a knife? Let's look. What is a knife? The words he says in D&D. Items. Knife. Knife.
This is a knife.
That's
Knife.
not a knife.
Medium carving knife is. Oh wow! It's a D6 skill fighting sword. No, I want a small knife, a switchblade. There we go. It is a D4. Okay. I will just add that to my sheet very quickly, and then I will use
Sure.
it
I
to.
think you can drag and drop.
Yeah, I can. The only problem is my sheet is popped out, so I can't drag and drop, but
Oh.
I can now. Right. So we will try with a knife. Nope. It's worth a try.
The good news is it doesn't hit you. The bad
Nope.
news is you're it's too fast. It leaps around the table. It leaps around the table. It doesn't leap.
Yeah.
It's a plant.
Yes.
But the vine comes crashing over the table, searching for you, but cannot find you. And that will end its turn. And Francis is up.
I'm just gonna bolt towards the hallway,
Okay.
towards the open door.
Sure. Yeah. You make a run heading for that hallway. The plant is too busy trying to get to Howard, and so you are able to get to that open door. No problem.
Okay, can I still take a shot?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it just as I enter the threshold of the hallway, and just try to hold off the plant for to give covering fire for Howard.
Awesome. Okay. Mine is going to
Success.
dodge.
Oh, you have a bonus dice. Don't forget for range. It failed anyway. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not giving me a.
Oh.
I'm clicking it, but it's not giving me it.
Oh, weird. There's something
do it.
going on
Oh,
with the
yeah.
sheet. Like I'm noticing yours says character ID bonus at the bottom, so I think it's
Yeah. No, I'll stick with the 40. I'll stick with the success. 8 damage.
nice. You hit the plant and you hit it like right at the kind of like at the roots in that section, sort of down here, just sort of where it's coming from. And when you do that, like 4 or 5 of those big vines, it just like basically cuts them off, and they go crashing to the floor. And what little is left of the vine is sort of like just thrashing around. It no longer seems to be a threat, and we are out of combat.
Okay, cool.
Well done, guys.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head to the door. We're like watching it with the other barrel of the shotgun, waiting for it to make an aggressive move
Okay.
and
Yeah.
leave like a
Victor
path
will-
for Victor to follow.
Go over to the wheel here and turn the irrigation system on before proceeding.
Okay.
That could that could hurt us more than it helps. I worry.
Yeah. I don't think we want to help the plants here.
No,
We're trying to get rid of them.
please don't.
I,
Do you want to have to fight back past that
are
thing
you
again if we have to leave in a
calmer
hurry?
or more agitated when you've just had something to eat?
Are we wanting to have to fight our way back past this thing again if we have to get out of here in a hurry?
I'm saying if we feed it, it might be less likely to fight us. Most
What are the
Maybe.
creatures, what this is, are aggressive for one of two reasons. And I'm sure if this man's been dead, they haven't had a proper feeding in a while.
how are the other plants reacting now? Because I think the spray water's been going on for a while.
Yeah, so the spray was just above the plant that was growing here. With this sort of turned on, um, it would it would be spraying on everything now. Um, can you make me an intelligence check, please?
Which character?
Oh, sorry, that would be you, Father Christmas.
Okay.
Nice. You are noticing that whatever is in this water is like these plants are visibly growing, and they're starting to sort of thrash about much in the manner that they were when that plant first became active. Whatever in this water definitely seems to be helping them. It seems to be making them stronger.
Maybe we just turn the water on as a distraction to try to get through here on our way out. But
Y-
I'm not sure if we keep the water on, if we're gonna be able to get past here.
Yeah, let's not leave ourselves a jungle to get through, please.
All right. Let me take some with us, though. We might need a distraction elsewhere,
Okay.
and I'll fill up some, if I can find like a jug or
Yeah,
a
I mean, this is kind of
yeah.
like a lab setup kind of place, so I'm sure you can find a beaker.
So,
Or
something with a lid would be
yeah,
ideal.
I guess I was just
Not
thinking
an
something.
open container. Yeah.
Just a
Mason
watering
jars.
can.
Every lab
Okay.
has mason jars for some
Yeah.
unknown reason.
All right.
Um,
I will fill up a couple of mason jars with fertilizer then,
sure, yeah. You
and
turn off
I
that
will
handle.
move along. Yeah.
There seems to be this tank here, seems to be where at least the water for this room is coming from. And there's like a little tap on it that you can use to fill up a couple of mason jars full of water. And you guys head down the hallway. As I said, there is another door at the far end of the hallway. This door is closed. Um, when you get down towards it, you are seeing sort of like these bits of growth, as I said, in the walls. But this door is locked. There is a small window, one of those like windows that you see in like industrial buildings or in schools or whatever, where it's got like the wire through the glass. And it's just basically like a long rectangle, kind of at eye height that you're peering into, but it seems to be completely covered by something. Um, a leaf or a bunch of leaves, you're not entirely certain.
Oh, so more plants.
Seems that way.
I guess we need to go through regardless.
Mm.
Maybe they'll like those fertilizer grenades.
Can we
Okay,
even open the door with
it
what's
is
overgrown
currently
it?
locked. So someone's going to need to either pick the locks or you're going to need to force it open.
Okay. Cool.
Did
Try to
we
pick it.
investigate the body in the prior room? Maybe there's some keys.
Worth a look,
You
yeah.
did not. Okay, you guys pop back to the other room. Francis, do you want
Steely
to
eye
try
on
and
those
pick the
vines.
lock, or do you want to try and are you going to head back with them?
Uh, I'll pick the lock.
I'll
Okay.
like station myself halfway at the door to be kind of covering for either direction.
Okay, sounds good. So let's get a lockpick check, please, from Victor. Oh, sorry, from Francis.
Oh,
Spend it.
well, that's not bad.
I'll spend it.
Okay, you spend the 4 luck points, and it's a decent lock, but it's one that you are capable of picking, and there is a snick, and the door opens. Or as is opened, it doesn't open unless you open it, obviously.
Yeah.
Victor and Father Christmas, you guys were headed back to take a look at the body.
Yes.
Can I get a spot hidden from whoever is searching the body? You can have a bonus die. We're going to call that from the assistance of your partner. So whoever's got the best spot hidden should roll.
I have 40.
Yeah, we're about. Go ahead, and roll it.
Okay.
I'll assist. I'll keep a watch eye with
Hey.
that.
Nice. Do you want
Machete
to
out.
roll your bonus die just to see if you get a better result?
Is there somewhere to click to roll that, or do I just...
Yeah,
Yep.
the
See where it
Okay.
says bonus penalty underneath? It's in the chat window. There you go. 40, same thing. Wow, you guys have been rolling like exactly the same number every time you have a bonus die. So that is a success. You do find a key or a set of keys on the body. You also find a like a notepad. It's a little bit damp, but it is still legible. It's in the pocket of this individual's lab coat. And when you take a quick sort of thumb through it, it seems to be like I don't want to say like a full-on scientific method kind of thing, but it seems to be kind of like the notes from this particular experiment. You can see that there's like feeding times and there's notes jot down on growth measurements and that kind of thing. Um, you would have to take time to kind of like learn a little bit more about it, but that just seems to be what it is just like a little notebook full of like the notes he was taking as he was going about his experiment.
I'll take it with us, but I probably won't sit down to read it
Sure.
in this room.
Yeah, that's probably a good choice. Yeah, you stick it in your pocket. You can add that to your sheet if you want to remember it's there. And you've got that set of keys, and you
Yep.
guys can head back to the door if you like, unless you want to spend some more time with the body. You didn't really investigate what had happened to it. I don't know if that's of interest or if you just want to go and meet back up with Francis.
I can't do anything for him at this point.
Yeah, I'll give him like the whole last rites thing later. I'm guessing
Okay.
this death was plant related.
Not a bad guess. All right, so you guys meet up with Francis, who has just managed to pick the lock. Francis, do you go ahead and open the door? What do you want to do anything to prepare before you do that?
Yeah, have my pistol at the ready.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna throw it open instead of just opening it normally. Throw it open, step back, and
Awesome. Okay, yeah. You give it a good hard shove, um, and there's a little bit of resistance from those leaves and stuff that I described that was up against the window, preventing you from seeing in. But it's not so much that you can't like shove it and get that door open. And it opens up into a an area that has been like it looks like fully claimed by plants. The floor was once concrete, and this isn't a great image, it's just the best I could find, so please think about what I'm
Mm.
saying as well as what you're seeing.
Mm.
The floor is concrete, but plants are growing up through it, sort of. Um, I mean, you can see like patches of like the original dirt underneath. There are vines hanging from the ceiling. There are all manner of plants. I know this just looks like kind of vines in here, but it would be full of like different types of leaves, different flowers, just all manner of plants, like the room that you were just in, but even more so. And there is another body on the floor here. This one is also wearing a lab coat, but that's the only really semblance that this thing has to being human, because this one is just covered in like mosses and um, sort of like wrapped in vines and things. It looks like it's almost halfway to being a plant itself. I forgot to ask the first time, so I'm going to ask everyone now for this body to please roll me a sanity check.
Sure. Did mine roll? Yes, it did. Good. Okay.
There we go. All right. Howard is the only one who manages to succeed on that. Everyone else is going to take 1d6 points of damage, sanity damage. 4 points of sanity damage to everyone, please. As you see this thing lying on the floor and realize that this is extra not right. And for those of you who have failed, um, you can sort of hear there's like in the rustling of the leaves, it almost sounds like something breathing, and a voice saying, "Help us, help us."
I'm not sure we want to help these things, but eesh.
Mm. Um. Hmm. I will kind of, as the only one who actually managed to pass the check, can I go and have a look and see if if there's anything on the body, like if I'm able to actually, if there's any possession, anywhere that possessions could be on the body?
Yeah, you step forward to
Mm.
take a look at the body. And before you get there, the vines that I described that were sort of wrapped all around the
Mm.
body actually like stand the body up. Um, it is very clearly not standing of its own accord. It is very clearly being
Puppeted.
held in place by
Yeah.
these vines. But its mouth opens and it speaks and it says, "We are the keepers of this area. You cannot come here. Leave now, or face the same fate as your fellows." The voice sounds potentially female,
Mm.
though it is coming from the body of what looks to have been a male, or whatever that is worth.
Mm. We are gatekeepers. This is our headquarters. These are our people that whatever this has happened to.
This place no longer belongs to the gatekeepers. It now belongs to the garden.
Yeah,
Belongs to the garden.
Sorry, Mother Nature, but we're gonna do some pruning around here.
Prune at your own risk. We do
Who
not wish to harm you, but we will defend ourselves if needed.
who is
Who or
asking
what
for
are
our
you?
help?
Sorry, you both talked at once there, and I missed that.
You can go ahead.
Alan, you go first, and then I'll get your
I-
question.
So probably like, who or what are you? What is the garden?
The garden says, I am all that you see here. I am every leaf, every plant. I am also Lydia Crane.
Do we know who that is?
We are all part of the ecosystem. Sorry, did you want that name? It's Lydia Crane. You guys can roll, I guess, intelligence checks maybe to see if you recognize that name.
Okay.
Nice. Victor. Nope. Francis.
Francis and Victor.
Francis and Victor. You recognize this name simply from having been in this building before. Lydia Crane is not someone who is high up in the Gatekeepers. In fact, she's not really a gatekeeper in this. She's employed by the Gatekeepers. Lydia is a maintenance worker who deals with the building. She probably would have had to help with the irrigation system here, that type of thing. And then I think CoCo, you had said something at the same time. What was your question?
Victor goes, then who's asking for our help? That voice has been constant since we arrived. If you are everything here, then what else is there to ask?
We are silencing that voice. It will not trouble you much longer.
Just frown at that and step away from the thing.
Where is that voice? Maybe we can help you out and get rid of it for you.
We have no need of your assistance, and we recognize your badly disguised ploy. You may leave now, or we will assimilate you, bring you into the ecosystem. It is your choice.
Don't think we can do that somehow. Howard loads another shell in, loads the second barrel of his shotgun. Just kind of absent-mindedly almost. Don't think we can do that somehow.
The last thing we need is an outbreak happening in Soho.
It'd be disastrous.
Do not say I did not warn you. And then the voice lays the vines lay the body back down. And nothing else happens.
Interesting.
I guess we keep moving forward.
Mm,
Is there a way
yeah.
through there? Do we actually see that little cavern there?
Yep, you can see the little cavern.
Mm.
And there is there are sort of paths that you can wander around, take a look at this room, if you want to investigate it.
Yeah, I still want to have a look at the body, as I was planning on doing so initially.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, so once the body lays back down, you walk over to it, you take a look. Are you wanting to do a medical check to figure out what's going on? Are you wanting to do a spot hidden to see if you can find...
Spot hidden, just see if they've got anything on them that could be useful or could be identifying.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make me that spot hidden check. Nice. So yeah, you sort of feel through the pockets and you do find a badge.
Okay.
That says Dr. Dr. Howard Miles. Howard Miles was the head of research in this gatekeeper facility.
Mm-hmm.
You would know his name. I don't know you. It's up to you to decide if you've ever met him, but it's certainly a name that you would have known. In fact, he might have been one of the people you were communicating with regarding your mission that you were supposed to go on. You know him to be um, a fairly. He's not really much of a risk taker. He was very much by the book. And was sort of renowned for his knowledge in cursed objects and more on that side of things than anything biological. So it's interesting that there were biological experiments happening here.
Curious. Yeah, I'll relay who it is. Is there anything else on them?
No, you don't find anything else of interest on his body.
Okay. I'll take the pass and put it in my pocket.
Sure.
And wait for the others.
If there's no other
Yeah,
way.
so this is this room is you don't see any other doors. There is kind of this like cavern tunnel thing at the center of the room that seems to be sort of made from the plants themselves. And then there's kind of like an area that you can walk through around the sides if you want to go deeper into the room and explore a little bit more of this room.
Mhm.
Is there any actual pieces of wood lying around?
I would
Or is it
imagine
just-
so, yeah.
I'm gonna try to pick up like let me convert this to metric. It's about a foot long, about 36 centimeters, about 30 centimeter.
Okay. And are you looking for like a piece of wood that's just like lying on the ground, not
Yeah,
attached to something?
not
Let's
attached, unattached.
call that a luck roll to see if you can find something that you're like what you're looking for.
Ooh, only 17.
Ooh.
Ooh. No, unfortunately, all of the wood, when you go to like pull it up, it seems to be like roots and stuff. You can't find anything, just sort of like scattered detritus that would work.
Well, there goes the fire avenue.
Victor will pull out the pendulum chain again and see, maybe try to tune into the voice, the asking for help.
Sure. Yeah, let's call that another power roll, please.
I'll spend 4 to make it a hard success.
Awesome. Okay, spend 4 luck points, turning that into a hard success. And you do feel a pull. It seems to be coming from sort of further into the room back here, up against the wall.
All right, I will kind of let that draw me. Like you see him kind of just holding the pendulum, and like it's almost pulling him along like a dog on a leash, but very slowly. It's not violent
Awesome.
at all. It's just like gently swinging in that direction, and as it swings, he steps with it.
I'm sorry, do you know what I'm picturing? You know those like dog leashes with harnesses on that are like stiff so it looks like you're walking an invisible dog?
Oh my god, yeah.
Really slowly, like, hey,
Really slowly.
can you pick this up a little bit? Like, this is can you go a little faster? It's creepy in here.
But yes, you walk feeling the draw of the pendulum, and you head over to the wall, and when you do, you see a person who is basically like you can just see her face. Pretty much everything else is covered with vines. And there is a vine that is going like into her ear, presumably up into her brain. And you think she's dead, and then she opens her eyes. This is a face that you probably recognize. This is Dr. Naomi Pell. She is one of the researchers here at the facility, and you probably would have interacted with her in the past. Let's get a sanity check from you, please, Victor, as you come across this horrible sight.
All right. Oof.
Oh,
All right, so you're going to take some sanity damage as you see this woman that you used to know before you in such a horrible condition. 2 points of sanity damage, please. And yeah, she is. When her eyes open, it's sort of jarring. It's one of those things that I don't know. Maybe you take a step back or let out a yell or something like that. I'll leave that up to you. But it's definitely very jarring to see this. And she seems to see you. And her lips move, but no sound comes out. But you hear her voice in your head saying, "Help us."
I will say how, and then I'll kind of focus in my head again and go how, and I think like everyone else would have just seen him like fall to the floor, like, and he's just like staring at this person like from the ground.
Um, she says, "Find it and destroy it."
Destroy what?
Artifact.
In the book upstairs, was there any pictures of like an artifact?
Not that you saw.
Hmm. Yeah. Say where where do I start?
Uh,
She's got to think for a second. Hold on.
uh, yeah, I'm trying to think if she would know where it is. I don't think she does. She is just going to say, "The root of the sin."
I will kind of slow like, and I'll just be like, do you want? Will you be all right after this? If we do, if we succeed.
She just says, "Help me."
Okay. Okay. And I will kind of just muttering to myself, walk back to the group and say, there. It's not just the plants. There's an artifact. The root of the sin is all she could call it.
I'll look at him. I'll
Is it
look at the giant mouth of this weird looking cavern. My bet is that it's inside.
I think you're right. I don't think we
yeah,
have
it'd be
much of a
too easy
choice.
if it was up in that room of artifacts.
Wouldn't it just?
Just
Nothing
imagining all the like vines, like fire, like bucket carrying the artifact down to their like lair.
If it's fire you were thinking of, We do have our oil lamps we can maybe make use of, assuming you brought yours. It won't be much, but it'll be better than nothing.
I'm a cop. I don't carry oil lamps around.
Oh,
Maybe,
you're not a very good
it would
investigator
be
then, are you?
Ooh, shots fired.
He says that with a smile on his face. He's not actually like taking a
I
shot.
will start looking through the notebook at this point to see if that's mentioned or any artifact
Oh,
is mentioned.
sure. Give me a library use check, please. Look at me
Okay.
remembering things.
Oh my god.
Could
I don't know if we're
sorry,
gonna
could I have
get-
assisted in doing that? Like my knowledge is in antiques. I'm maybe given a bonus dice
Sure.
because
I'll
we've got
kind
a
of
little bit of time.
show it to Howard and say,
Mm.
does this sound like an artifact or someone's name? I can't quite decipher it, and I will bonus die.
Come on, that's
3.
better.
There you go.
Can I further go use luck points now, or is that?
Yep.
Okay, so 32. I need 7. All right, I will
All
do
right,
that.
so we're changing that into a hard success from a failure. Nicely done.
Thank you.
I do like how this game gives you a little bit more control than other games over your own fate, but there's a penalty for it.
Mm.
It's such an interesting mechanic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you take a look at it. The writing is difficult to decipher, but fortunately, with Howard kind of peering over your shoulder, the two of you are able to kind of figure out what is being said. Um, you do see mention, it's not called the root of the sin, but it does talk about um, a root that is buried that is seems to have an effect on plant growth. You get the idea that the experiments that were being done were to use this artifact to enhance plant growth, with the idea that if they could figure out exactly what was going on, it was something that you could use to improve crops, improve yield, that type of thing. And so, um, obviously intentions were good.
Aren't they always?
Yeah. And this is not something that's unusual for the gatekeepers. If they do find something that they think they can experiment safely on, they will try and enhance their knowledge. Even if it can't necessarily be shared with the world at this time, that doesn't mean that there won't be a time and a place for it in the future. So, yeah, it seems like that was what was going on here. So that is what you get with your success. By changing that into a hard success, I'm going to say that you are able to ascertain that the root seems to have regenerative properties to itself. There, when they planted it, for lack of a better term, it they there was a some of it was broken, and it seemed to regenerate in the water and it with the fertilizer and everything, and it definitely seems to have like self-regenerative properties, which they're hoping they can also pass on to the plants that they are splicing it with.
Okay.
It does seem to react negatively to fire.
I will explain those findings to the rest of the group.
Can I also, because you have a biology background, can I also get a biology check from you, please?
Oh,
17's a
thank you.
lot.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll leave it there for now.
Okay. All right. While Howard and Victor are sort of poring over this notepad, Father Christmas, what are you doing?
Just looking around, noting that fire might be effective. Like, if there's any dead vegetation that they can put together as like kind of make torches out of, wrap them up tight.
Let's see. Give me a luck check, please.
Right.
Oh,
Oop, not gonna, not enough to mess with that.
Yeah, I forget the rule. I don't think you can mess with luck checks
you can't.
because,
No, you can't spend luck on luck.
yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, you take a look around, but it seems like a lot of this is too new. And so it's all new growth. You're not seeing any sort of dead growth at this point. And there's not a lot that you can find to kind of use as kindling or anything like that.
What's
What
the worst
about
book in the library upstairs? You can grab that.
right? You do have access to a big library. What about Francis? What are you doing while this is going on?
Taking in the surroundings while reloading the 2 rounds I shot off in my in my revolver.
Sure. Why don't you give me a spot hidden?
Sure.
Nice. Um, so as you're kind of looking around, you're noticing that there is a little bit of movement down here. Um, in addition to the plants, it does seem like there are some animals and insects that have moved in. Um, obviously, we're not talking like, wolves or anything like that.
Mm.
But you do see signs of like maybe some rodents. Um, you see some spiders and some, um, just the creepy crawlies that would be around in an ecosystem out here.
Oh,
And you notice that they are, much like the plant growth has kind of exploded. It seems as though the insects are also having a similar growth. They're a little bit bigger, a little bit different looking. You see like a mouse, but instead of having like the usual um, sort of like little mousy face, it's actually got more of like predator teeth. Um, and it's got like sort of like some little like spines on the back of on it along its back. You see a beetle that has some like overly developed mandibles. It just looks like things here are also maybe changed. The creatures here.
being twisted. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing much else. Yeah, nothing much else other than that.
Okay. So I guess this would be the point where Howard and Victor have finished looking at the pages of that of the notes.
Hmm.
Where do you guys go from here? What do you do?
Well, only way is forward, I guess, into the cavern place. Like, I hate the idea, but I think it's the only way forward.
Probably right.
Okay.
I can't argue with that.
All right. So you head on inside this cave area. This place is full of just vines hanging down. It's very got that very closed in feeling. There's not a lot of light that's coming in through here, just little bits and pieces that are sort of peeking through. And so you're walking cautiously. The ground here is littered with like grasses and plants. And you notice like some of the plants on on the walls and along the sides, like the leaves are razor sharp. It's almost like the plants themselves are predators as well. Um, the vines that are hanging down have like sort of like ichor dripping from them, and you know just immediately that you don't want to be touched by that, and you walk sort of around those areas, and you come to a central chamber, if you will. And at the center of this sort of round, it's almost like you're in the interior of a giant tree, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Um, and at the center of that is a root. It is planted into the ground, and you can see that it has developed like more roots that are extending from it, and into the ground. And then part of it is sort of curled upwards and is standing upright. Um, this root is gnarled. It's kind of spiral shaped, I guess. It's not very big. It's probably only like a meter or so high. Um, and it almost looks like it is made from like fossilized wood. But you can see that there's sort of like iridescent green and gold, almost like veins moving through it that are sort of pulsing ever so slowly, almost as if they're carrying blood that's being pumped by a heart. Um, it uh, and then behind it is a creature, is the only word I can use. Um, it is what was once the maintenance worker, Lydia, but has been changed and twisted so much that she barely resembles her former self. Um, she has sort of like become almost a plant herself. She almost looks bear-like in her shape, and she's on all fours. You can see that she's got great claws coming out of her fingers and her toes. And um, she's sort of got like plant detritus sort of growing from her, making her look massive and muscled. Um, and when you sort of get to that point in the room, she was lying down, and she rises up and stands and says, "You were warned."
We were, and yet here we are.
And she is going to growl and leap towards you, and I think we need to roll some initiative.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweetheart, nothing personal.
So yeah, you can just
Initiative
take the
won't change,
vine
right?
off. Yeah, you just take the
Yeah.
vine off and put her in.
I'm actually just, I think I can edit it. Can I edit it? No, I have to remove it.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Her initiative is 50.
Okay.
All right. So everybody gets around before she does. Awesome. So, Francis, you are up first. What would you like to do?
I'll pop a cap in her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She will She's gonna dodge or fight back. I think she's going to.
If you shoot, they don't get to fight back because you
Oh, that's
can't.
right, because it's
You can
ranged.
only dodge. Yeah, you can only dodge a ranged attack.
So yeah, so she will dodge.
Sort of inhale my cigarette, flick it at her, and take a shot.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh.
That's a second. Last time was an 88. Come on.
Remember bonus dice with range.
Right, because we're fairly close.
Super close,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a 1.
Oh,
that's a crit. That's a like.
That's a critical success.
extreme.
Yeah, that's
nice.
a extreme success. Okay, I'm gonna try
That's
and
a-
dodge.
Critical
No, it's
success.
critical
Yeah.
success. It's 0. 0, 1.
I
Yeah.
know, but I think you can still. She can still roll an extreme. I don't think a critical. Does a critical matter in Call of Cthulhu?
Critical is a separate category above.
Oh,
Oh,
so she would have had to
Uh,
roll a critical as well.
Yes. So where attacks that achieve an extreme level of success or above deliver increased damage. Impaling weapons, blades and bullets deal maximum weapon damage plus damage bonus, plus an additional dice roll of that weapon's damage.
Awesome.
Let me screen snap that for you.
Okay, yeah. And like always, I keep forgetting to actually roll the revolver sheet. So I'll roll that.
In the one-shot chat for you.
Giving me extreme damage. So it's going to be max of 8. It's going to be 8. Would you put it?
So it's D8. D8 plus 8 plus. Yeah, it's a 12. It's the 12 damage. It's the maximum. It's 8 plus 1d8.
So 8, and then
1d8. So it'd be the 12 that it rolled for extreme there.
okay. So it's the 12 damage is what I'm taking.
Yes.
Okay. So where the hell are her hit points?
Where's the D4?
Here we go. Okay. So
Four.
your bullet like knocks off some bark that is protecting her. And so this is something that we haven't encountered before in Call of Cthulhu. She actually has some natural armor on her, which is going to reduce the amount of damage taken.
Right.
I mean, it's still a metric ton of damage.
I mean, that's pretty much a one-hit kill for all of us.
Yeah, that's the one hit. I would be dead if that was me.
Yes. And most creatures it would be. She is actually still alive. She has taken that bullet, but you have done a lot of damage to her, much more than I was anticipating, which is awesome. So yes, you knock off some of that bark. And what I'm actually going to do, because with a critical, I get to give you a bonus benefit. I'm actually going to reduce her armor. I'm going to say that knocks off some of her bark, and so her armor is going to be reduced by 1 point. She is
Cool.
still. So you just. I mean, tell us what this looks like. You just make a badass shot. Tell us what happens.
Well, she starts. She gets into posture. I immediately just sort of point my pistol towards her. I flick the cigarette, and I'm assuming she sort of, you get a little bit distracted by the embers.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
that bullet just flies true and just blows off probably half of her face. Well, or at least like the armored bits, whatever.
Awesome. Yeah, you blow off like some of the armored bit of her face and some of her face as well. A good chunk of it.
And that's when I say sorry, darling. Nothing personal.
And
Classy.
she is she just like growls at you furious. Excellent round, Francis. Howard, you are up.
Inspired by that, I bring up the shotgun. Going to move to like circle her, basically. Like I'm not like standing by Francis. I'm like circling around, and I will take a shot, trying to aim for like the broader side of her.
Sure. Okay.
Creating a kill zone.
Yeah. Crossfire kind of zone. Okay, I'm not good with the shotgun, so this needs to be really good.
That's okay.
Oh,
You've got your
hey.
bonus die.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
Nice.
we'll take the bonus die as
Whoa,
well.
you-
No, bonus die didn't do it. But
Okay. So the 19
can I
roll.
make it a hard? I'm gonna make that a hard success. I'm gonna spend 7, make that a hard success.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna roll my dodge and see what happens here. She fails.
Mm,
So yeah, go ahead.
6
roll
points
me
of
absolute-
shotgun. It's already in
6
the.
points. Oh yeah, you don't roll. It's already in there.
Yeah.
6 points of damage minus her armor. Oof, she's still standing. You get a good hit, and she kind of like flinches and stumbles a bit, and then sort of like stands up and keeps coming. Christmas.
Is she between, or is the creature between us and the big root sticking out of the ground?
Not yet. She hasn't got that far. She
Okay,
sure is trying.
Christmas is gonna like look down at the machete and the root, and it's like, this seems like a good idea, and just take a swing at that big root coming out of the ground.
Awesome. Yeah, the root cannot seem to protect itself. It doesn't have the option of dodging. So go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Oh,
So
Not that I'm good at it.
yeah, I'm gonna sort of say that like all you needed was a success here. But unfortunately, you take a swing at it, and like you just can't get through the density of the wood. It's really tough. You think you might be able to if you keep hacking at it, but for now it has done nothing. There is an absolutely infuriated scream from Lydia when you do that, and she turns her attention to you. Victor, you are up.
Does it look like any of the plants around here are stirring at all, or is it just this creature?
It seems to be just this creature.
All right. So Victor will I guess I feel like maybe there's just like one of those like nettles like that still didn't quite work its way out of his hand, and like he's just gonna like prick himself right in the forehead and then try to focus everything he can into whatever connects these plants to distract this creature.
Oh, interesting. Let's call that a power roll.
Okay.
oh no. Oh no.
You know what? This is like the last battle. I'll push it if I
You're gonna
can
push it?
in combat. Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna say. You So you've used the nettle to sort of like try and form a connection with this creature, and you feel that connection. And you know this can go one of two ways. You might be able to dominate it for a short time, or it might dominate you.
Look, physically, I'm very non-threatening, so let's do this.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I will.
Can you push a failure? Like,
Oh,
can you
I
spend luck on a failure? I forget how that works.
on a push
don't-
roll. Is that what that
I don't think
means?
you
I don't
can
know.
spend luck on a push, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well, then I have.
Hang on, let me just double
failed.
check. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Googling right now as well. Luck
Luck point
No,
cannot
luck
be
cannot
spent
be spent
on.
on pushed rolls.
Oh,
So
that's good to know.
I
Yeah.
have done this, and it's more than I bargained for.
Yeah, so you try and connect to this plant mind. and it is so much more than you anticipated when you do touch the I'm using the word brain, but it's not quite right because it is so alien. You realize that whatever this root is, it is not of this world. Can you please make me a sanity check, Victor?
Okay. Okay.
All right. So touching the brain of this creature, I don't normally go this big for a sanity roll, but I think it's appropriate in this case. You're gonna take. Oh, I went for 1d10
Very
and I rolled
lucky.
a 1.
Very,
All
very lucky.
right.
God damn.
So you're only gonna take 1 point of sanity damage. But you have been taken over by the mind of the creature for 1 round. And I'm going to give you a chance to do another power roll at the end of your next turn.
Okay.
But next round, you must assist the creature in some way before you can make that power roll.
Okay.
Awesome. Lydia, the protector of the root. I think she is going to go for the good father who is trying to slash at the root. And so she goes running over to you, bleeding this sort of like ichor that's coming from her. She's in very poor shape. But father, she failed that. So she tries.
14 fucking damage. Get the
Damn.
fuck out of here, bro.
I know.
Oh, right.
You
You're
can
lucky
try and
she
fight
missed.
back.
That would be, yeah. That's hilarious.
Well, you can fight back,
so-
right?
Yeah, you can fight back, yeah.
You can fight back if you want.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. So just the machete roll.
Yes. And you're looking for a
I am going to push that down. That takes almost all of my luck, but
Oh, I see.
Okay, so you can push or
shit.
you can use your luck. Which one do you want to do?
oh, I'm sorry. Luck.
Luck. Okay. You're running low on luck. I love it. So you bring that to a success. Lydia will take a touch more. Oh my God, she's still alive. Just, but she is
Well,
still alive.
It's the guys with the guns that go next, so.
Yeah, I don't think she's alive for much longer, but she's alive right now. So she comes at you and you just strike at her right across the face with your machete and she just goes reeling back. And I guess that brings us back to Francis.
Right. You know what's coming.
Oops, Daisy, what have I done, Francis? All right. She's going to try and dodge.
Success. Let me roll that. I'll roll it and then you'll roll the bonus because it's not rolling. Doesn't roll from the sheet like properly. Never mind. I'll take the 44
All right.
For 1 whole point of damage.
for 1
Ouch.
damage.
1 damage. That keeps her up. Take up her armor.
Yeah. All right, Howard.
Oh boy. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna
Chop her up.
move around, get a better shot. Take aim with the other barrel, and go blasting.
All right.
Oh, hang on. Bonus 63. 63 minus
That's
25.
38.
Yeah, I'll spend it.
I love all the luck points that are going right now.
Might as well.
All
Yeah.
right. For 4 points of damage, that is enough.
Yeah.
You shoot her. Tell us how she dies. Tell us what
Um,
happens.
I take aim almost exactly where I blasted the last time. I wait for Howard's shot, Francis's shot to call true, and then I just like unload with the second barrel and just blast into her.
Awesome.
Just a quick boom boom.
Yeah,
Almost.
it's the second. Yeah, double tap between us. Yeah.
When you shoot her, and she finally falls to the ground, the vines that were binding her sort of like fall away, and she is just left a mangled corpse on the floor. That root is still glowing before you, and I guess Father Christmas, you were there with your machete.
Yeah, chop chop.
Okay.
I'll keep
Now that
trying.
we are out of combat, uh, there's no need to roll. It takes a little while. It's a pretty tough. Roots are notoriously sort of like tough and gnarled and hard to cut through. But you cut the part of the root that is a sort of above the surface, and it sort of bleeds this ichor. Oh, I guess we haven't also. We should really talk about what happens with Victor.
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the only way I think he could help it by this point is with the fertilizer, or like,
Yeah.
would it compel him to attack the father as he hacks with the root?
I think it would compel you to attack the father. So let's just get one round
So
of
I don't have a weapon. So this is brawl, I
To brawl.
assume?
Yeah.
awesome. That would be
or
brawl.
unarmed.
Yeah.
The weapon. Nah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
You just
You
gotta
lunge
punch
at
him
the
in the back,
father.
like, dude, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Stop.
I just
and
catch
this
you with
one-
my backswing, automatic, accidentally knock you aside. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Careful.
Yeah.
Mind the
Oh.
blood circle, please.
Victor, can you please make me another power check?
All right.
Oh my dude.
I will just spend 30 or 26 luck points on that. 36? 26.
26.
26, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, as he gets knocked to the ground, the little nettle like falls out of his head, and he just kind of shakes and goes, "Oh, she's dead. Good work."
Yeah. While he's hacking at the vine, I will run up and just dump a load of the oil from my oil lantern onto it, and then when it's kind of cut a bit more, I'll throw a match to try and seal the deal.
Okay. When you cut the root, you can hear things thrashing around behind you or around you. Vine plants just sort of like screaming in agony almost. It reaches deep into your heads as the root tries to protect itself in any way it can. I need everyone to please make me a sanity check.
Oh, now
I'll
That's
spend
so
some luck for
funny.
that.
You're gonna spend the luck, okay?
Yeah, let's set 64.
No, you can
14.
only use sanity. You can only use sanity to
Oh, no
adjust to adjust losses, not the rolls themselves. Sorry, I've got luck open, and I've
That's
just
right.
noticed that. Sorry, guys.
So sanity
forgot about
stands
that.
as is.
Yep.
Okay.
But you can adjust the damage you've taken with luck, is that right? For
Yes.
sanity?
Yes. It's where does it say
Okay.
that? Winning
Minimum of
unconsciousness.
1 for 1.
Halving. Okay, yeah, double the sanity point loss to so if you would lose 8 points of sanity, you can spend 16 points to negate it.
Okay.
But I
two
think-
Sorry, no, to half it. To half it rather.
Okay.
And this is one of those rolls. So I don't do this again. This is not something I do
Mhm.
very often. But everyone is going to take 1 point of damage here unless you're taking the full amount. The full amount will be a d6, so it will be 5.
Okay.
Okay.
So for those people that failed, if that succeeded, you will still take 1 point of damage.
Is this hit points
everyone
or
else-
sanity? Sorry.
This is sanity.
Okay.
So I'll spend 10 to have that to round it down or up.
It would just take 2.
2? All right. We'll round down.
Let's say rounded down. That would
Yeah, it literally doesn't say anything about
about rounding. I don't recall
about
reading
rounding,
anything
no.
about rounding. I will say rounding down.
Guys, come on, man. There's such thing as odd numbers.
That's the way madness lies.
Right. Don't make me do another sanity check.
Okay. So with that, you've got the root on fire, plants screaming all around you. What do you guys do next? Do you try and get out of here? Do you wait for it to burn? What's your strategy?
I'll try and
Is that
make
the
my way
artwork?
back to Lydia was the lady with Ingrid.
Lydia?
Oh, is it
Oh,
Lydia?
the
Okay.
scientist in the
No,
water.
Lydia
Oh,
was
The
oh, sorry.
scientist, yeah.
Naomi.
Naomi,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know where I got Ingrid from.
I think we need to make
That's
sure it does actually die before we leave here. But yes, feel free
Which
to.
is why I'm double tapping
Yeah,
it.
but I don't want the.
Yeah.
I want to make sure the fire doesn't spread too hard because that's a
Mm.
valuable library upstairs, an irreplaceable library almost.
Okay, so Victor is staying with the root, keeping an eye on that.
No,
Oh, sorry.
Victor.
Victor is going to go with Naomi. Howard is staying with the root.
Yep.
What about Father Christmas? Which way are you going?
I'll stay with the route too, just to
You're gonna
again
stay with the root
verify
as
and make sure it doesn't spread too much,
Okay, and Francis?
if that's even possible.
Taking 2 shots at the heart.
Okay. So I'm going to start off dealing with Victor. You go over to Naomi. Um, she is slumped over at this point, and this time her eyes do not open, and you think she is actually dead.
Kind of just breathe out and go.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. You were gonna.
Oh, sorry. Breathe out and then say like, "I wish I could have done more," and then head back to the group.
Okay. Her face looks peaceful, so that might have been the help she needed. And you go back into the cave. In the cave, there is the root is on fire, and it's burning quite nicely. It's also burning very hot. The room is getting quite warm, and you are getting concerned that with the heat required to burn this root, that it is going to set this entire place on fire. Francis, you said that you were going to shoot it. Are you going to shoot? So it's cut off. There were roots in the ground, and then there was the root up on the surface. The father has cut it kind of at the base, and the bit that is burning is the bit that was above ground. Where are you shooting? Are you shooting the roots that are down below? Are you shooting the bit that is on fire, or both?
I thought that was an artifact. They're
The
supposed to be
root is
like
the
an
artifact. The root is the artifact. Yep.
Oh, never mind then. Then I'll conserve the ammunition because there's no point. There's no point then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, before it gets too hot in here to do anything else, I will go over to the where it came out of the ground and add more fuel, and then set that on fire too, just to make sure, because make sure that the burning does the thing.
Oh, I mean, I'll help with
Okay.
that then because I have
Yeah.
cigarettes and a lighter.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. All right. So
We can
you
turn on the sprinklers in that one room to
Yeah, that will contain it. That'll help contain it for a bit. Yeah.
stop the fire there.
Yeah.
Good idea.
awesome. Yeah. So when you dump the oil on the last bit of remaining root and set it on fire, there is a horrendous scream that comes from this thing, and you think that you might now actually be killing it.
Oh, good.
You wait until everything is burned, doing your best to keep the fire at bay as much as you can. We're running a little bit late here. I do apologize for that. We're just finishing up. Try and keep it as bay as best you can. It is tricky, but eventually, you're satisfied that you think the sprinklers will contain it, and you head out back into the library. To end this game, I am going to ask everyone to please make me a luck roll.
Awesome.
I guess we're the guardians now.
Yeah, are we in charge? Oh, there's an unsurprising roll.
I got a 7. I want to see.
What?
Okay, here we go.
Come on, you can do it. Oh, well, there was a 7. It just wasn't the column you wanted.
Yep, there was a 7 there.
Wow, look at you, Victor, with a big 13 double-digit luck score
Yeah.
on there.
So you make your way out of the library, confident that you have destroyed this route in its entirety and saved the library. What your characters don't learn until much, much later, if at all, is that not all of that route underground burnt. There is one tiny, tiny piece left remaining that continues to grow under the earth and may come back and be the cause of another Gatekeeper campaign one day.
Perfect.
Yay, follow up.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good session, guys.
That was incredibly fun. Thank you.
I prefer ghosts and demons than plants.
Yeah, I wanted to do something that had a little bit more combat in this time, because we haven't been doing a ton of that. So that was good practice, I think, because I don't always remember how it goes.
Yeah,
so
it was fun to use the other scores too, like intelligence and stuff.
Yes,
yeah, that
I
was
feel
good
like
fun.
I'm starting to get a bit more of a handle on what can be used when, and also planning to use things a bit more. It's just I'm so used to planning for D&D where like I know it so well at this point. I kind of like build in those skill rolls into the game as I'm prepping. But with Call of Cthulhu, I'm kind of like building the story and then I'm trying to figure out skill rolls, and I'm not really building all the things that you can do into the game. So I'm trying to incorporate that a little bit more. But I'm still, I don't know, I'll get there eventually. But we used more than this time, so.
Yeah, that was good fun. That was a really fun session.
That was fun.
Everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate
thank you.
allowing me
Thank
to
you,
play on a
Kirsty.
Saturday morning. Oh, man, anytime.
Mm.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta
Okay.
go prep for my niece and nephew, get stuff for nachos.
Yeah,
Have fun.
so
Good
we'll
one.
return. Yeah, have a good one, everyone. We'll return next Saturday for the Stones Whisper.
Next
Same
Saturday for Stones
time,
Whisper,
same bat time, same bat channel.
Heck yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.